Hey, what's up? Blissful afternoon. Well, at least I hope your day is filled with some bliss at some point during your 24 hours on this plane. Okay. Today I woke up with my feeling all the things, and one, I just want to start this off with you know what, Sade? I'm proud of you, girl, because look at where you are right now. Your ability to even give your feelings words and talk that out. Okay, because I've been past Sade 2.0. I've upgraded several times from the state I used to be in where my words would get caught in my throat and I would literally choke on my feelings. I would hold my breath. I would almost numb myself, do anything. Look at somebody with my eyes wide as if I had turned my brain off to avoid speaking about what I felt. And today is not that day or any day like that. Today is about recognition for me. And I just want to talk about that because I know it's something that we all go through in our own way. And I just want to give a moment of recognition. A moment of, okay, because I can only snap really well with one hand, but that right there, that's the effort. We're doing it with both hands, because it's that big of a deal. Acknowledging how I feel, so my feelings get recognized. The words that I have, they get said and no longer trapped in my body. And I give myself permission to move through it, to not sulk in it, to not drown, to not wallow in it, to not see my ability to move past it, but to just let it flow and experience it. That sounds like self-mastery to me, but we won't get too far off topic with that. I just am proud that I have the words to say, that I'm taking the time to sit with how I feel and recognize that these feelings are real, but that doesn't mean that they're the truth for how my day is going to play out. Yes, I am okay, and some moments of my day I feel sad. I feel overwhelmed, and then other moments I'm happy, I'm glad, I'm very present. Other moments I'm lost in a memory of what was, what could have been, and the words I needed to hear to let that shit go. And here I am, amazed that I even have the words to say it. If that isn't growth, I really don't know what the hell growth is, because I'm proud of me. But really, I came on here because while I was working out in the midst of a no jumping, all standing HIIT workout, so it was heavy on the squats, and the lunges and the bending and the knees. Okay. I started to sob, like slow. It felt almost dramatic, but it was really therapeutic, but also very strange in the middle of, what was it, a side step, sumo squat, and reach. Okay, I was squatting and reaching and crying real tears and sweating. Okay, I've never done that combination of things. I've cried into pillows. I've screamed into bath water. I've screamed into pillows. I have punched air. I've done a lot of things while I was going through the things and the feelings and the emotions to release. But I've never been in the middle of a workout and legit in tears. Now, while that was happening, externally. Internally, I was like, you could just quit. We don't have to do this. You aren't even hitting your 5 a.m. goal. I mean, granted, you are up much earlier than normal. You're even up 5 extra minutes earlier today than you were when you woke up at 8:30, which is something to celebrate for sure, because it's better than the day before, or 2 days, or even a month in the past. But you don't really have to do this. You could just be sad. You could just wallow. You could just watch TV and forget about the promises you made for today and tomorrow. You could just not do this, not push yourself, not change. You could just be where you are and be okay in that stagnant place. You could just be there. Actually, I would prefer if you would do that, because you're asking me to shift and change, and I don't know how much of me is willing or is up for that. I say a lot of things, and right now you're asking me to be the things that I say, and I don't really know if I want to do all that. I don't know. It's a lot. Like, I would much rather watch Vincenzo again on Netflix, okay? I would much rather find a rom-com to take my mind off of all the things I said I would get through and get done today. I would much rather roller skate and start using that as an excuse of why I was too busy loving on me and doing the things that I need for my emotions. Yeah, that sounds good, instead of dealing with what's really happening. Wow. What a conversation in my head with myself. And all while I'm exercising mental Olympics while I'm squatting, and then moving into side to side lunges, because the workout was a challenge too. On one leg, doing the things, because I don't have body goals or really a desire to look a particular way. I just want to do what I say and be proud of that. I just want to trust my own words, that's my goal. And when those feelings came up, I realized I was grieving. Yeah, just a few days ago at the beginning of the month, I was ready to go and I was all pumped up. And here we are on day 5 of changing my life, and resistance is coming up, looking me dead in the face and trying to fuck my day up. It's really doing the thing. And I had to take a breath. I had to take a moment. I don't even think I stopped the video. But the fact that I was able to say, this is resistance. This is me being afraid. This is that same thing that kept me paralyzed and stagnant for many a times. The fear of my own greatness. That's what this is. The fear of success. That's where that resistance rests. And that, because I'm so great and I know it. Toot toot, honk honk. Yes, I am great, and I do know it, because I see what I've made of my life with very little, and the way that I've overcome things before, and I know what I'm capable of. It's just that sometimes when I hold myself to that fire and that flame burns bright, oof, I said that I could do that and I would be consistent. Ooh, me? the former commitment phobe, right? Phobia of commitment, whatever that's actually called. Me, I would commit to myself and see this through no matter how many adaptations and alterations I needed to get through. I would see it until the end of August that I completed every task to the best of my abilities. Ooh, that's what we're doing. Big change is on the other side of that, right? And that's where the fear is stemming from. The change, the feeling of being left behind. I am mourning who I was. And those parts of me that still remain, that are shifting and changing and morphing into my own version of a mighty Power Ranger, right? Like all that inner strength to have this conversation amidst a workout. That my thighs are still aching from, okay? And honestly, sometimes it's really just like that. The feelings just rise up to the surface like a tidal wave. And you think you're about to drown. There's no way out. And really, it's just your feelings asking for permission to be felt, asking for the words to come to soothe what is happening internally. So I decided that I would change all of my plans, cancel my Reiki sessions and my plans with friends, and I would just be with me today. I decided that I would speak kindly to myself and not beat myself up for feeling this way. I'm grieving and that shit is fucking hard. I can feel the tears welling up. And I know I've been saying, God, I'm going to give this to you. I'm not going to carry this. When I said I had enough, I meant that. And I meant that enough was enough. Like, I don't want to stay in this space, but I'm not going to plow through and act like I don't feel what I feel. I'm just not going to give my feelings permission to do anything more than exist and flow. I'm not attaching anything deeper to them. Yes, I'm learning what the root cause is, but that doesn't mean my day has to be a mess. That doesn't mean that after I cry and sob and scream and do whatever it is I need to release, that I can't smile after and wrap my own arms around me and hug myself and feel safe and relieved. That I could be this tender and soft with me, that I could honor my vulnerability and my emotions without beating myself up and calling myself names and thinking that I'm some kind of loser because I feel this way. On the contrary, I'm amazed by my strength and the emotional intelligence that I'm cultivating within. Like, girl, we have come a long motherfucking way, okay? Like, snap. That snap is not, it is what it is. Snap, like I'm doing it. This is me, the version of me I worked on to become. And that version is transforming into a better version, and I'm here for it. And I'm just saying to you on the other end of my voice that hears this, If I can do it, you damn sure can do it too. If I can learn how to speak nice and kindly to me, those are skills you indeed do have and possess. And it may take the time that it takes, but every step towards loving you is a step in knowing you did your best, which is a fact. So do what you have to do to honor your feelings and know that like water, they're meant to flow. They're nothing for you to attach yourself to. They're just there to be honored and recognized and given the words, or sometimes you may not even have that, but given the space to be, the time to move through you from your body, your mind, and so on and so forth, however you feel is necessary for you. So that's what I encourage you to do. Whatever you feel, you have the right to feel that way. You just don't need to identify it. You are feeling sad. Sadness is not who you are. It's okay to grieve, and as we know, or as we learn, grieving happens in waves, and I'm feeling so much better right now just speaking about the fact that I didn't even wipe my tears. Maybe it's because a part of the challenge I'm on this month is don't touch your face, right? So I didn't even wipe my sweat away when I'm working out. I just let it be. Like sweat, I'm releasing. The heat, whatever, stagnancy from lying in bed the night before for all those hours, I'm letting it come up and letting it be. I'm not disgusted by what I see. I'm just thankful that I've been given the chance to feel as deeply as I do and know that I am able to save myself in every moment, and I'm never alone. My ancestors and my spirit guides and God, without doubt, has my back, and I'm reminded of that anytime I feel out of whack. Anytime I have something to celebrate, but especially in the moments when I'm working through something, moving through it, working through, growing through it, loving me in the midst of it, and growing in love with myself, expanding on what it means to live a soft life, tenderly. So much love in that TLC, in that care that I'm giving me. And I just want to know when your emotions show up like that and want to rage and steal your thunder, be the center of the show, how do you honor them? Do you? Do you get lost in the lines and tangled up with them? Do you give them permission to flow and allow yourself to feel what you feel and know that that moment is just a moment? It's not your entire life. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just saying this to remind you that we have choices and you can do whatever you choose to. It's your life. You live it however you want. You can choose softness, or as we said the other day, if you prefer a hard head with a soft ass, there's still some softness in that, but there's also a bit of punches and kicks that life gives you with that, so it's your choice. Of course, you can ride the wave and be in the middle of that, and it's your choice at the end of the day. So I ask, when your emotions well up and come to the surface and pour out like that, how are you choosing to deal with them and love on you? Is love even a part of the equation? if it is? What does it mean to celebrate that victory if it isn't? Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that you feel you don't deserve your own love? Or why is it that you struggle with giving yourself that attention and that focus when you're literally crying out to be recognized and poured into in that way? Again, I'm not trying to sway what you do. I'm just asking you. Anyway, it's time for me to eat lunch, okay? And I'm thirsty, so it's time for me to stop talking anyway. Have a wonderful, amazing day. Wrap your arms around yourself and squeeze tight. Let yourself know that everything will indeed be all right. In fact, it is already better in this moment because your mind is present and you've recognized that you've been breathing through this whole experience, through this whole moment. A breakdown always leads to a breakthrough, so even these tears can be celebrated and recognized as a victory. But yeah, I love you. Be well. Be good to you. Because that's what we all deserve. Until the next time, peace out, fam.